Welcome back, and we're having our first conversation of the morning, and it's all about the Entrepreneurship Hub. We're joined by Adrienne Young. She is the program assistant over at the Entrepreneurship Hub, as well as Giselle Muckalop, and she is an entrepreneur at the Entrepreneurship Hub. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning. It's
Good
lovely
morning.
to be here.
Yes,
It's lovely to have you.
Now, I want to set a backdrop to how the Entrepreneurship Hub was created. We know that this all comes under the Department of Youth Services, which is the Ministry of Youth. So you can give us a little bit of information on how this was established.
Sure. Okay, so like I said, we work under Department of Youth Services. We do have a service area that is focused on entrepreneurship and on the job skills service area, where we focus on preparing young people for either the workforce or to own their own businesses. One of the challenges we found with entrepreneurs, especially with our youth entrepreneurs, is training and occupational spaces. So what we wanted to do is to provide a operational space where they can conduct their businesses, and of course at a minimal fee compared to what they would pay. This hub does not only come with a space, but it also comes with development training for these entrepreneurs. So while they're in a space for a cycle of time, they are able to get all the necessary training that they need in order to move forward in life, to branch out and maybe even expand their business after they leave the hub.
I get excited when these conversations come up. I think about the fact that during COVID-19, a lot of businesses started online. But as we transition from that COVID-19 type of era, now businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs are looking to expand, are looking to branch out, are looking to find new markets and find more customers. And I like that a space is being provided, a physical space is being provided for them. Let's talk a bit about how this idea came to be, and in terms of looking at the spaces that you have and saying, hey, you know what, perhaps this is the direction we should go.
Okay, well, this idea actually came within a strategic planning training that we had. And we were discussing about ways how we can improve helping our entrepreneurs. It's very difficult to be an entrepreneur, especially a young person, and you have limited resources most of the time if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
If you don't come from, if your parents don't have a lot of resources, it's you one basically starting your business. So our director was the person that thought about this idea, and he said, what if we turn our service area into a youth hub downstairs where our offices were?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that's a good idea. So
Yeah.
we've begun working the groundwork. It's a lot of work. It's been from last year.
Wow.
We've been playing with the idea and how we can work it, and we're finally almost at that finish line of the launch on the 19th.
Well, let's go over to Giselle Muckalop. You are an entrepreneur that will be benefiting from the Entrepreneur Hub. Let's talk about your business.
Yeah, I do hair for a living. I retwist threads, plait braids, flat iron. I've been
Nice.
doing it for a while, since I was 13.
Yeah.
And if you ask my mama, she would say, till I was 3, but that's
Yeah.
a joke for another time. But yeah, it's been nice that I have a space to do here, which I didn't have before, and it's really been helping me with clients, and
Yeah. How did you learn about the Entrepreneurship Hub?
a family friend referred it to me. Yeah.
And before having this opportunity to have a place where you can rent, a space of your own to conduct your business, where did you do your business before?
I did it in house.
Okay.
I would get house calls, or they come to my house. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what got you into starting doing hair as a business versus doing it just, I don't know, part-time and finding another job or something like that?
I had a lot of encouragement from my friends and motivation. I didn't want to do it in a business at first, but then they said you could make a lot of money from it, and you're expressing yourself while doing your hair, so why not take this step? So
Have you learned over time that it's more than just about making money?
yeah, I did
Yeah? What are some of the other lessons you may have learned?
learn a lot.
Yeah.
Before, I never really worried about the money.
Yeah.
I worried about how the person felt after I did their hair.
I like that.
And how I feel as well. Sometimes when I'm doing my friends' hair, I'll be like, I envy you guys because damn, your hair looks so good.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
name of your business? We didn't get that.
Just hair design.
Jazz Hair Design. Now let's talk about how a space in the Entrepreneur Hub, how, like, what are the thoughts that goes through your mind when you think about actually being in this space and how this may help to elevate your business?
Well, the space helps a lot. The space gives me like that peace of mind, and then having people in there with me as well.
Yeah.
It helps me strengthen my skills as well because I'm learning from watching them as well. So
Yeah.
it helps a lot for me.
I like that.
I want to move things over back to Adrienne and talk about the service area that you guys are working through. And, you know, one of the products or one of the recent outputs being the Entrepreneur Hub. Let's talk about other areas that this service area, which is entrepreneurship and on-the-job skills training,
Yes.
has impacted young people.
Yes, well, as our service area name says, on the job skills service training. Firstly, that one is where we offer on the job training for young people, 14 to 29, where we prepare them to go into the workforce. We don't just give them theoretical work or training, we get businesses to agree to have them on board and where they can learn hands-on. So for example, if a young person signs up and they want to learn plumbing, we will find a person that does plumbing for their business and get them in and, you know, talk to the employers if they're interested in having a training on, and they actually learn how to do plumbing, actual on the job, learning the skills rather than just learning theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have that skills that they're building.
They develop practical skills
Yes.
as well.
And when we move on to the entrepreneurship, we have trainings that we do, business development. We just kickstart on Tuesday our district clubs, which is a national database of youth entrepreneurs that we provide training to. So we had our first meeting on Tuesday where we had entrepreneurs introduce themselves to other entrepreneurs from all over the country. We had it on our Nexus platform. And it was wonderful to see the possibilities and the networks that can be formed throughout that club. And what we will be doing is offering training to them. So every month we will be having a different session, maybe on marketing, budgeting. We have a needs survey that we have done with entrepreneurs, and we have seen the type of trainings that they're interested in. So that is where we are putting in now what our data into the products that we are outputting.
Well,
And-
so I think based on what Giselle said, you could never underestimate the power of being in a space with like-minded people,
Definitely.
right? People who are go-getters like yourself, who are pushing to grow like you, who also face some of the same challenges, and you're sharing and bouncing ideas to find solutions that works for you and that works for the group as well. And I think that's one of the powerful things that an entrepreneur hub like this one does. And so I want to commend you guys for doing that. Let's talk a bit about some of the other businesses that may
Yes.
be involved in the hub.
Yes, excellent. Currently, we have about 12 spaces within the hub. The contract goes for about a year. And within this year, it is like a starter for them. It's to learn about expanding their business and how it is to operate a space so that they can move into the world and they can actually expand, spread their wings, and be amazing as they are. The spaces that we have a salon-like space where we have two young ladies that do hair. We have a young lady that does a pedicure. We also have a female barber in-house.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Yes, we have tutors that are occupying a space, so they are bringing young people as well to the hub. We have a seamstress. We have a person that does graphic design and printing, and the last room we also have like a little cafe, like it's like food, fast food, and someone that will be doing smoothies.
Nice.
So
You guys have everything there.
I know, right?
yes, we have everything, and we always say, it's wonderful. The staff can do everything there. We don't
Yeah.
have to go
Yeah, you
anywhere.
guys
Yeah.
do-
So we can support them as well. I mean,
Yeah.
if
That
you do
sounds
your if you do
amazing.
your hair during lunchtime, hey, you're supporting the entrepreneurs, right? But we wanted to have a variety, and we tried not to have the same thing, because while competition is good, they're not ready for that yet. We're trying to groom them to be the best they can where they are. So we wanted to have a variety so that everybody has that opportunity to grow and focus on their business.
You know, something else that I wanted to mention and really commend the Department of Youth Services on is the fact that these programs that are provided to them are what they asked for. You guys did a countrywide survey, and I would assume that the Entrepreneurship Hub is the impact of the outputs of those surveys, where young people were able to express what are the programs or what are things that they would like from the Department of Youth Services. So could you speak a little bit more about that?
Yes, definitely. I think that every program that we do is geared for young people for what they want. In some years ago, we did a youth needs survey countrywide, and from this survey, we got the programs that young people are interested in. For example, one of the major keys that we noticed was mental health. So we have our counseling unit that does work to support young people in that area. And of course, we've done also a youth entrepreneur needs survey, which has shown the types of training that they need, the types of training they've had, and what are some of their challenges. And of course, the hub is what
A
came up.
response to
Yes,
that,
a
yes.
response, because an operational space was a big factor that entrepreneurs needed.
So when does the hub actually launch?
So the hub is launching on June 19th.
Okay.
Yes.
That's close. That's
They're
close.
already operating in their spaces.
Are they?
Yes, they are. We have them operating, setting up. Some of them are still setting up. Some are operating, but we are still preparing them, get in their mood.
Yeah.
And on the 19th, we're going to have the official opening and the launch.
And this is on, where is this located?
We are located at number 1 Magazine Road.
Okay.
This is a huge blue building that says Entrepreneurship Hub Large. You
You
can't,
miss it.
Okay.
It's beside the clinic.
Yeah.
So you can't miss it. As you see the building, it will be the largest print you will see on that building, Entrepreneurship Hub.
Do you guys at DYS teach these entrepreneurs also the hard lessons of life and the hard lessons of being an entrepreneur, helping to instill in them that it's not always going to be easy, that sometimes you'll have to work overtime and extra and go above and beyond for success?
Definitely. I think that is one of the most important things we tell them. It's not an easy road.
Yeah.
And if you want it, you need to remain consistent, dedicated. So all of those things that we help them to learn about, and not just give them training, but, give them hands-on learning, and have other entrepreneurs that are making waves. I won't say made it, because they're getting there, but we have them to come in as well and give their thoughts and, learn from their mistakes, or learn about some of the challenges that they have faced. So those are some of the things that we do to help them.
Well, I'm thinking about this, and we can already see what a success it is. I wonder, are you guys ready for calls from future young entrepreneurs wanting a space?
Yes, we still have about 2 spaces left. Also, that is one of the reasons we have done it as a cycle rather than a permanent space. We understand that there are many more entrepreneurs out there that can use the help. So we want it as a springboard for them to just spring out and fly. So in the next cohort, we can have more entrepreneurs come in and benefit from these programs.
Yeah.
Now, Giselle, where do you see your business going? I mean, here you started from, I'm not sure if I want to do it as a business, to actually doing it as a business, to doing clients at home, to now having a space as a part of the Entrepreneurship Hub.
Well, I see it becoming big, to be honest. I have big dreams for my business.
Of course.
So, getting this space is really big for me, for once.
Yeah.
And, I see it becoming really big. And having multiple shops around the city and different districts.
In the area where you where you come from, you're from Belize City, right?
Yeah, I'm
Do
from-
you see a lot of young people starting their own businesses and trying to earn money for themselves?
Yeah, I do. I know multiple young entrepreneurs like myself.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
Can I ask you your age?
I'm 18.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. There you
That's really
go.
great.
Yeah.
And in terms of hair, what is your favorite type of, I guess, style that you like doing? Do you like braiding more or flat ironing? What do you enjoy most?
I more enjoy braiding because
Okay.
I can part all different type of designs and plait it, and then yeah, I'm rather braiding.
Okay.
What do you, and we're just pitching questions to you now to pick your brain, but what do you think is one of the things that prevents young people like yourself from actually stepping into business and becoming an entrepreneur?
I think it's not them not having motivation or getting encouragement from the people around them because
Yeah.
like I said, I never want to do it, but I got encouragement, and people that support you helps a lot.
Yeah.
It really does. So yeah.
And that's what Department of Youth Services does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sab, I mean, we're just going to have to look forward to June 19th.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's June 19th, Magazine Road,
Yes, 10 o'clock a.m.
10 o'clock a.m. We'll have the whole shebang. We'll have
All our entrepreneurs will be in. You will be able to see their businesses, see them in action. We're also going to be having a video little launch on the preparation of all the work they've put into, set up their little spaces and what went into it to make it what it is.
And you said that you guys have 2 more spaces left, correct?
Yes.
So if anyone is interested, they can reach out to you guys for it?
Yes, they can reach out. We do have on a Department of Youth Services page, we do have a flyer and a link attached to it where you can apply.
Are there any specific types of businesses we're looking for to fill these spaces?
Well, we are looking, we were looking for someone that probably does maybe skincare or massages or maybe waxing or something that is different so that, it complements what we have already. And we were also thinking maybe a person that does tattoo to go along with the barber. We also want to cater to not just females, but all young people or all people in. So we want to have like a well-rounded hub.
Yeah. And just again, in case you didn't mention it on air, the price for a space at the hub, you said that there's a small fee.
Yes, it's a small fee. It's not really a price. It's more for maintenance of the building because they don't pay any utilities or anything like that. Everything is provided. So it's just for us to maintain the building, for them use, and the cost is $50 a month.
How will your team at DYS work with these young people in terms of the training aspect? And I ask that because they're there functioning every day. Is there like a curriculum where you say this week we'll pull them aside, we'll stop and we'll give this lesson, and next week we'll pull them, or is it on a needs basis? Maybe I see you faltering or need to adjust and improve in this area, so then I'll step in and help you in that area.
Well, we have 2 aspects. We have our one-on-one mentorship where if we see a young person needing help in more ways, we would, intervene and say, hey, this is how we can help, or we'd call them in and sit down with them and figure out how we can help them.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the group training, we do look at it to have it online, where we're using the Nexus platform as well. We're looking at night. We're trying to adjust our schedule as well to work with them when they are free.
Okay.
Same as our district clubs, we work in the nighttime at 7 o'clock so that they can access it if they have work throughout the day.
So then tell me a bit more about that aspect, how other entrepreneurs outside of the hub across the country can get access to these other entrepreneurship trainings.
Well, the district club is one. That is where we provide all the training right now.
You have that across the country?
Yes, that is a national training that we do.
Essentially, it sounds like Department of Youth Services is working all day, all night. You guys are really catering to everyone.
Yes. For the hub, we've decided to shift our schedules as well. We're not opening the 8 to 5 anymore, but 8 to 6, and also we're looking at Saturdays to help the entrepreneurs to open as much as they can.
So you were telling me that you could access the district hubs. Like if I'm in Belmopan, where can I go if I'm in?
The district trainings. We have an office in each district. And once you're on a we have a database link as well. Once you are on that database, we contact you for any event that we're happening once you're on that database. So we always encourage young people to sign up if they're an entrepreneur. And if we have an expo, we call them on a database. We call everybody, are you interested in joining? If we have a mixer, we call from a database. Are you interested in attending this mixer? So that is how we work, because we have all that information in one pool, so that it makes our job a little easier for us as well.
And I would imagine that you could use this opportunity to also invite young people, if they would like to be a part of that database, to have access to opportunities and information that would benefit them. They could reach out to you guys as well.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. We're looking forward to June 19. I might come and get my hair done with a female barber. Or I might grow my hair longer and do some braids. So who knows?
You can get a pedicure.
That might be the option as well. And if you get a tattoo artist, I might just come in and get another tattoo.
A little full stop.
Yeah, a little. But thank you both so much. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you.
It was a pleasure too.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
guys.
us.
No problem. So with that, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we have Medea. They'll be into basketball. They'll be in to talk to us about the international tournament that they recently competed in and won. So you don't want to miss that conversation. Stay tuned.